increasingly unstable and unhinged. And he is out for unchecked power. That's what he's looking for.
For 4 straight years, Kamala has imported an army of illegal alien gang members and migrant criminals from prisons and jails and insane asylums and the worst mental institutions anywhere in the world, not South America, all over the world.
We are getting to the last leg of the presidential election, and the race is seeing some small but dramatic changes. Kamala Harris is losing ground to Donald Trump with less than 3 weeks to go for Election Day. According to many of the new polls, Harris's lead over Trump has narrowed or vanished completely. America has an electoral college system in which each state is given a number of votes roughly in line of the size of its population. A total of 538 electoral college votes are up for grabs, so a candidate needs to hit 270 to win. There are 50 states in the US, but because most of them always vote for the same party, in reality there are just a handful where both candidates stand a chance of winning. These are known as the swing states or battleground states. There are 7 in all. Pennsylvania is the largest with 19 electoral votes. 16 electoral votes are up for grabs in North Carolina and Georgia each. Michigan has 15 electoral votes, Arizona has 11, Wisconsin accounts for 10, and Nevada has 6. While the leads have changed hands, neither Trump or Harris are in a strong footing in any of these swing states. Democrats are a worried lot because Kamala Harris's numbers appear to be declining. For instance, in Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina, Trump has a slight lead. But what's making Democrats really worried is that Harris was leading by 2 or 3 points in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin since the start of August. But now the polls show that the race has tightened and Trump is closing the gap. All 3 states had been Democratic strongholds before Trump turned them red on his path to winning the presidency in 2016. Biden retook them in 2020, and if Harris can do the same, then she will be on course to win the election.
You heard his words coming from him. He's talking about the enemy within Pennsylvania. He's talking about the enemy within our country, Pennsylvania. He's talking about that he considers anyone who doesn't support him or who will not bend to his will an enemy of our country. It's a serious issue. He is saying that he would use the military to go after them. Think about this. And we know who he would target. And we know who he would target because he has attacked them before. Journalists whose stories he doesn't like. Election officials who refuse to cheat by filling extra votes and finding extra votes for him. Judges who insist on following the law instead of bending to his will. This is among the reasons I believe so strongly that a second Trump term would be a huge risk for America and dangerous.
After getting a big summertime boost, Harris is now grappling with a massive gender gap with Trump. The vice president is struggling to shore up support among Hispanics and African Americans. These key Democratic vote banks are appearing to gravitate towards Trump. Things are bad enough for former President Barack Obama to admonish black men for not showing as much enthusiasm for Harris.
I get it, why people are looking to shake things up. I mean, I am the hopey changey guy. So I understand people feeling frustrated and feeling we can do better. What I cannot understand is why anybody would think that Donald Trump will shake things up in a way that is good for you, Pennsylvania. I don't understand that. Because there is absolutely no evidence that this man thinks about anybody but himself. I've said it before. Donald Trump is a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago.
When President Joe Biden dropped out of the race and Kamala Harris stepped in, Democratic enthusiasm went up. But now the Biden-Harris administration's record appears to be dragging her down.
Every president has to cut their own path. That's what I did. I was loyal to Barack Obama, but I cut my own path as president. That's what Kamala's going to do. She's been loyal so far, but she's going to cut her own path.
It's not all bad news, though. Women voters trust Harris more than Trump, and abortion is one of the top issues this election. The challenge for her will be to fill in the blanks that voters have about her. Donald Trump has managed to bounce back in the last 2 weeks. Polls show that the former president has erased Kamala Harris's gains in the key battleground states of Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and even Nevada. And he's convincingly ahead in both North Carolina and Georgia. A key reason for Trump's resurgence could be his increasingly dark language about immigrants in the United States.
And now America is known all throughout the world as occupied America. They call it occupied. We're being occupied by a criminal force. And we're an occupied state that refuses to let our great law enforcement professionals do the job that they so dearly want to do. You know, they want to do the job so badly, but they're threatened constantly. You're going to lose your pension. They don't want to do it. What is this ideology? It's so sick.
Trump's message appears to be resonating with suburban voters in particular. Crime in general, and especially migrant crime, are at the forefront of voters' minds, as are taxes and the economy.
This country's in big trouble. We're a failing nation. We are a failing nation. We're a nation in decline. We're a nation in distress. And we're going to get it fixed very quickly. But you know what? If we have to go with another 4 years of these people, and she's worse than Biden, in my opinion. First of all, I think Biden is actually far more intelligent, if you can believe that. Can you believe? I think he's more intelligent than she is. Ay, ay, ay.
In fact, Trump is now so confident of victory that he has begun moving beyond the battleground states to stage rallies in Democratic strongholds like California.
For 4 straight years, Kamala has imported an army of illegal alien gang members and migrant criminals from prisons and jails and insane asylums and the worst mental institutions anywhere in the world, not South America, all over the world.
Kamala Harris's clearest path to victory in November would be to win the 3 blue wall battleground states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, barring any big shock results elsewhere. Donald Trump's most efficient path to 270 electoral college votes would be to win the Sun Belt swing states of North Carolina and Georgia and flip Pennsylvania. But as of now, the race remains neck and neck in the final few weeks of the campaign.